Let's talk about dangerous foods. Starting with a dish from Laos and northern Thailand, this dish can give you cancer even if you only eat it once. Now I'm going to make it for you and I want you to see if you can figure out where the danger lies. Start by roasting some uncooked glutinous rice and grind that into a powder. This has a nice nutty flavour without the expense of nuts. Then finally slice some freshly caught freshwater fish and place that into a bowl with lime juice and a little salt. After stirring for a few minutes, the fish changes to a paler colour, just like it does when it's cooked. And that's because the acid in the lime juice denatures the protein in the fish, similar to what happens when you cook it with heat. Then the fish is squeezed to remove the excess juice and then separate it back out into the little pieces. Add in some fish sauce and a whole heap of chilli and chopped herbs and mix that all around. Sprinkle on some of the roasted ground rice that we made at the start and that's looking pretty yummy. Serve it with some sticky rice and eat it with your fingers. There are a couple of potential problems with this dish. One is using acid to cook the fish instead of using heat. The acid method only kills between 2 and 10% of the bacteria that's in the fish. So if there was anything nasty there, you're going to get food poisoning from it. But that wouldn't give you cancer. The real danger here is that the fish caught in the freshwater in this region often contain the larvae for a parasite called Opisthochus viverrini, which is a type of flatworm. Now, if people eat food that has the larvae for that in it, it ends up in their bile duct and the worm can live quite happily there. Often in the beginning, people have no symptoms at all. They may not even know that they have this parasite. Back in 1984, they did a study in northern Thailand and they tested 2,000 people in a village there and 90% of them had this parasite and most of them were just going on with normal life. They didn't know. But over time, having that flatworm in your bile duct is causing damage and that can end up causing bile duct cancer. If we look at this map of the world, so you can see the distribution of bile duct cancer, you can see the areas there in red where the death rates from bile duct cancer are the highest. And it's not just in Thailand and Laos, but other parts of Asia too, mainly due to different types of flatworms. There are treatments available to kill this flatworm, which is great if you know that you have it. But even after that, the problem is making sure you don't get it again. And the only way to stop that is to stop eating raw fish. Now, if I cook this dish first and then give it to Dave to taste.
All right, cooked koi pa. Okay, here we go. Take the rice, squish the fish. It's good. Spice, lots of chili, lots of lime. I can see the attraction. It's delicious.
As much as we both think it tastes great cooked, people who've grown up eating this dish, which is called koi pa, using raw fish, think that it tastes heaps better raw. So the solution to that is you need to use sashimi grade fish, which is just fish that has been caught and then flash frozen down to a really low temperature, and that will kill the larvae. Now, to be clear, putting it in your normal freezer will not do that. It doesn't get cold enough to kill the larvae. It can survive your normal freezer. So it has to be flash frozen. So if you are traveling in the region, just be aware of this issue and only eat cooked fish. If you are eating fish that has been imported from any of those areas, make sure it's either flash frozen or you cook it really well. There has been education programs in Thailand over the last 15 years and fortunately the number of people infected with this parasite is declining, particularly in children, which is great news because you don't want to have that on board for your whole life. Next, let's check out if people are getting sick from taking vitamins. The supplement market is worth billions in the US alone, and the companies that sell them therefore spend a lot of money on marketing. According to their ads, if you don't take a vitamin supplement every day, your life will be like this.
To explain that. Yes, ma'am, please hold.
Feeling tired and weak?
They say, are you sure you're up to this?
it could just be a matter of time before you develop chronic diseases. And what's even more alarming,
after 30, men may start having vitamin deficiencies.
Their market research has obviously shown that people are feeling tired and worn out, and they want you to associate that common feeling with their solution.
In goes your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this gap is called nutrition gap, for which you need multivitamins.
You got this. They just want you to take their supplements every day, and your life could be transformed into this.
Can you feel the energy?
Take stress tabs every day.
Pursue a better you.
You can say you did it. Taking charge of your health.
Get your glow of health.
Awaken your inner goddess.
And if that didn't get you rushing out and buying their products, then they've also got adverts for the mums out there.
For my child, I only want one multivitamin.
For developing minds and healthy little bodies.
Proven nutrient absorption.
Help your kids stay healthy and ready every day.
So the marketing message is very clear. You need to be taking their product every single day. When the reality is, unless you're deficient in one of these vitamins, which most people are not, taking a supplement is not going to improve your health in any way at all. In fact, if you take more than you need in your daily amount of vitamins, your kidneys are very good at filtering it out, and it just ends up in the urine. So you are literally flushing the tablets and your money down the toilet. If you're concerned that you may be deficient in a vitamin, maybe you're feeling tired and all that marketing has worked over the years and you're now associating that with, oh, maybe I need to take a supplement. The best thing you can do is go to your doctor and get a blood test, and then you'll get the result of what your blood levels are compared to what the normal range is. And if it's in the normal range, no problem. If it's low, your doctor will tell you what to take and for how long, and then usually they'll test you again after a certain period of time, and once you're in the normal range, you can stop taking that supplement. But if they just end up in the toilet if you take too much, does it really matter? Can you just skip the blood test and just take it and it won't cause any harm? Well, even though I've said you can eliminate it if you have too much, there is an upper limit. You can't just keep taking more and more and more and more and expect your body to be able to process all that and get rid of all of that. And if you just keep taking too much and it's over the upper limit, you will get very sick, like these people did.
I spent months thinking I was dying or had multiple sclerosis, finding out I had B6 toxicity, 3 times the upper limit.
I have never been through something this horrific in my whole life.
3 fingers started to feel a little numb. Both hands, bilateral. By the end of the week, I couldn't feel my hands at all. And my feet were pretty numb.
I was also having muscle spasms, joint spasms, neuropathy, and so much more.
I came in for low blood pressure and tachycardia. I've been very, very sick.
Now you may be thinking they must have been taking handfuls of supplements to get that sick. Well, let's take a look. We'll start with this magnesium tablet. It says it's for muscle health and it relieves muscle cramps. Now, if you look on the directions, it says to take 1 to 2 tablets daily with food. Most people don't read anything beyond that point, but let's take a closer look. You can see here that as well as magnesium, it also contains pyridoxine hydrochloride or vitamin B6, and it has 60 milligrams. Now, because it's told you to take 2 tablets every day, that means you'd be getting 120 milligrams of vitamin B6 every day in a magnesium tablet. So you may not even realize the B6 is there to help you absorb the magnesium, but it is a lot of B6 when you consider the recommended daily intake is between 1.3 and 1.7 milligrams a day. Such a tiny amount compared to that. Now, even if we look at the upper limit, which is the amount that different countries have set to say don't go beyond this or you might get sick. The upper limit for vitamin B6 in the US is set to 100 milligrams a day, and in the UK to just 12 milligrams a day because they don't want you to have too much of it and get sick. So if you've got 120 milligrams from taking this, and then you might take a B complex as well, this one has another 50 milligrams, maybe you take a multivitamin as well, you're well over that upper limit. If you have too much vitamin B6, then vitamin B6 toxicity will give you peripheral neuropathy, which is damage to the nerves in your hands and your feet. And when you stop taking it, if they diagnose you with B6 toxicity, it is a long, slow recovery.
I'm at 7 weeks since stopping supplements.
Recovery is not linear. It is peaks and valleys, and I'm in a very deep valley right now.
And I woke up with my limbs dead again, like completely couldn't feel anything.
I have neuropathy in my legs, and it started in my arms, that may take years to reverse or may not ever go away.
The other vitamins that you should be careful with are the fat-soluble vitamins. Take too much of those and they don't get flushed down the toilet. Your body hangs onto them and stores them mainly in your liver. That's vitamins A, D, E and K. Now, if we have a look at this vitamin A tablet, it has 7,500 micrograms per tablet. That's 8 times the recommended daily intake for men and 10 times for women. Now, if we look at the upper limit of the level that beyond that you may be causing damage to your liver, that's set to 3,000 micrograms a day. So if you took half of one of these tablets, you'd be getting more than that. So why are they allowed to sell them with such high dosage on them? That's because they're not designed for just anyone to take. They're designed for people who are deficient to be able to bring them up quickly back into the normal range. So if you're not deficient, you shouldn't be taking it. So go get a blood test and check your blood levels before you take any extra vitamins or supplements, because you probably don't even need them. Now, I know that some people swear by taking supplements and they say it makes them feel better. If you're one of those people, you're probably not going to listen to what I just said, but I still care about your health, so I've made a special sheet just for you. What I want you to do is go get all of your supplements and write down exactly how much of each vitamin you're getting from those. And if you also take protein drinks, electrolyte drinks, or energy drinks, check those as well, because a lot of them have a lot of extra added vitamins in them. Now, of course, you're also getting vitamins from your food. You're probably getting plenty from that, but we're just looking at the supplements here. And then add up the total and compare it to the recommended daily allowance. That's how much your body needs. Anything beyond that hopefully will be eliminated in the toilet. But if you're beyond upper limits, if you're getting well beyond what you need, then you're actually just giving your kidneys extra work to do and wasting your money. So consider cutting it back. Maybe take the supplements once a month, or once every second month, or once a year, or not at all. Share this video with someone who takes supplements and save them a ton of money. With thanks so much to all my amazing patrons for your support. You guys are brilliant and I really appreciate you. YouTube thinks you will all enjoy this video, or if you want to watch more of the Poisonous Food series, you can do so here. Make it a great week by being kind to others, and I'll see you on Friday.